Chance to look at Lindenwood. What challenges do you see them offering you guys?
Lindenwood is a very good football team, and I know they're going to bring us their all. So we just got to work together as a defense again, just keep stacking practices and stacking games and just keep moving forward.
The way you guys played last week, did that maybe give you guys a little bit of a confidence boost?
Oh, definitely, give us our little feeling back, how we know, because we know we're better than what we've been playing, and we just got to keep working together and keep pushing, and our defense is looking pretty good this week.
And just when you've been looking from a defensive perspective, what stands out about Lindenwood? Nothing statistically really jumps off the page, but from what you guys have been watching, what really stands out to you?
Their O-line works as a unit. They're a pretty good O-line. They're kind of big, so we're just going to have to work as a unit also, just keep moving and cause some problems on the quarterback. We know that he likes to probably escape a little bit, so just contain the quarterback and keep moving.
Even the last few weeks, how have you felt about the way you guys have been able to pressure the quarterback? I've seen quite a bit of that the last few weeks. So what maybe changed last week that you were actually able to bring him down a little more? And I'm sure that's something that you guys are wanting to work on. If that made sense.
It makes sense. You just gotta apply pressure. Of course, we all have to work as a unit. So like, outsides can be working hard, and the insides don't be working hard because then he got to escape in the middle. So now if the insides push a little bit and then we push a little bit, give the quarterback and not too many options to escape. So then just work together and you see we work together. Some of us get the plays and just lead on to one another, like pass it on to one another.
Well, Kai, you guys have Lindenwood coming up. You've looked at them on tape. Their defense, what challenges are they going to offer you guys?
They're fast. They're very athletic, and it's just a matter of we got to up tempo them. I mean, because like I said, they're athletic and fast, and just got to make sure our tempo is on point this week.
The effort that you had last week, 148 yards of total offense. How big of a confidence boost was that for you?
Oh, it was huge. I mean, you always want to get a lot of yards on offense, and I had a lot bigger workload, with our two running backs going down. But yeah, I just a huge confidence booster, and try to keep it going this week.
What's the key to keeping that going this week?
Just tempoing them up and get them out of position, and offensive line, they have to play big again, like they have all year. Yeah, just keeping that up and just following the holes.
Just from you in a personal standpoint, getting more reps and finally getting in quite a bit of game action in the offense. What does that mean to you, and how comfortably are you starting to get again, just with your body, just having had to deal with some of the stuff you've had to deal with?
Yeah, I mean, it was good to get my feet kind of wet last week, and going back on film, I made a lot of mistakes, and going into this week, I plan to make them better and trying to stay as comfortable as possible, and so yeah, I think I've gotten better, but there's always room for improvement. So.
All right. Coach Lindenwood coming up on Saturday. First off, what concerns do you have about Lindenwood?
Well, they're a very good football team. I think they're they've improved a great deal since last year. Last year we had to kind of really score with about 14 seconds left on the clock. I think that they've won some big games on the road. They play really well at home. And so we know it's going to be a big challenge for us. And we haven't played very well on the road this year.
As far as your team, what's the mentality they have to take into this game?
Well, the mentality is the same. It's the same mentality every week. Nothing really changes for us. I mean, to me, it's about how they've went about in their preparation during the course of the week. That's what I tell them, and because I think that helps them get through adversity, or it also helps them get through in tight games. It's about how they have prepared themselves. You can't just flip the switch on and say, hey, we got to go play a football game. Let's get ready to play. It's about the things that you do during the course of the week. So, hopefully we build off of what we did last week. Again, I thought we played really well for 4 quarters, and, we've been inconsistent at times this week. So, if our guys are mature the way that I think they are and taking it 1 week at a time, which I think that we are, our guys should be ready to play.
Statistically, maybe one of the better defensive teams in the conference. Does the way your guys' offense has been clicking the last few weeks, does that you feel like that gives you guys an advantage going into this game?
I don't think it necessarily gives us an advantage. I mean, they are. I know their pass defense is very good, and with us, everybody thinks that we like to throw the football all around the place, but we like to be balanced in what we do, and we've been able to get the running game going here the past few weeks. So regardless of what somebody's statistics are defensively for us, we're going to do what we do and try to play with some tempo when we need to, and be efficient and executing our offense. And when we get down inside the red zone, concentrate on getting touchdowns.
Coming off that, what's the update on Landon? Do you think he'll be able to play on Saturday?
Yeah, that'll be we'll know a little bit more about that tomorrow, game day type. He hasn't done much in practice this week, but honestly, he didn't do much in practice last week either. A lot of times with those tailbacks, they especially like Landon, who besides last week, the previous 2 weeks had carried the ball, quite a bit, a lot more than really a tailback has carried it in our offense. And those guys get pretty banged up. So he didn't practice much last week either. We kind of held him out on a few things. Same thing for this week, but we'll know a little bit more tomorrow.
Just coming off that, then sometimes if your number one running back goes down, that's a red flag and that's a dangerous thing. But wanting a balanced attack, the success you had with Kai and some of those guys last week, does that still give you a lot of options, a lot of encouraging signs going into this, whether he's able to play or not?
Yeah, I think both those guys, Kai has been somebody that is an experienced football player. He is, he's had some adversity really hit him though. It's been tough on him and kind of what he's had to endure. And it was really good to see him last week play the way that he did. He carried it 19 times. I think he had close to 75 yards rushing. I think for him, just being out of football basically for 2 years, knocking off the rust, sometimes naturally it's going to take him a little bit more of time to kind of try to get back to the old Kai. And to be quite honest with you, even this week, I think he's been better this week, number one, because he's been getting a lot of reps. He's gotten a lot of reps these past 2 weeks, and that's going to naturally make you better. The depth of our tailback position is a little bit of a concern. With Ricky Van Weasel, who's played some for us this year and has done a really good job. He's battling a hamstring injury right now. So we'll probably, depending on with Landon's status, the depth at that position, like I said, is a little bit of a concern. But I also feel confident we got guys in that role that'll step up like we have before in the past, and will play well.